Hello and welcome to our Q&A sessions brought to you by OctaFX, the best Forex broker, Asia 2021 and Nigeria 2022, with of course over 10 years experience. My name is Nicolette Mashile, I'm also known as the Financial Bunny, and today we're switching it up on our conversation. We have two guests that are joining me today. I have the pleasure of introducing Nareen Reddy, and she is the Managing Director at Eccentric Forex. And of course we have Prince Mukokeli Mambofu, he's also the founder of Light. And it's such a pleasure having them here with us today to talk a little bit about the basics of Forex. We want to take the conversation all the way to what is Forex? How do I get into it? You may remember that we've had them on the show before. With Nareen, we spoke a little bit about risk management. What is your strategy? And with Prince, we talked about how do you increase your income streams. So today we bring it all together and we talk about the basics of Forex. Nareen, Prince, welcome back.
Thank you so much.
All right, let's get straight into it. We're talking all things basics of Forex today. And I think I want to start it right here and say, what is Forex?
Forex stands for foreign exchange.
Okay.
It is basically the buying and selling of currencies. So as you know, there are stocks and all different types of instruments. But when we talk about Forex, you trade not just one single instrument, but you trade like two different pairs against one another.
Okay.
So you make money from Forex by basically buying and selling those different currencies.
Big companies are in it, so I want to understand, as an ordinary South African, how do I make money? How can I earn, how can I put it as one of my ways to earn an income?
Okay, do you want to go?
So a lot of big banks actually get involved in this industry.
Yes.
So take away this whole mindset of saying that it's a scam,
Yes.
it doesn't work. Just
Yes.
remove that from your mindset.
Yes.
Anyone can get involved in the Forex industries. The general person that does trade is called a day trader.
Okay.
So any individual that would be willing to partake in the financial industry by just getting the right broker could actually get involved in trading, and it's literally as simple as that.
So I think it always stems down to information about the markets. I would say as a retail trader, the first step that you need to take is making sure that you have the proper education behind the financial market.
When we talk about big banks, we talk about big corporates, these are guys that have a big capital or a huge sum of capital to be able to actually gain maximum returns even from, you know, a minor movement within the you know, your currency pair, for instance. As a retail investor, I might not have the privilege or the luxury of having such big amounts of money. How then do I earn? How do I make it something that I can leave even my 9 to 5 and focus solely on this?
I think the beautiful thing about this industry is the fact that you can leverage off the little that you have.
Okay.
So if you have $100,
Okay.
using leverage, you have the ability or have the access to a lot more than you would, you know, necessarily have with another investment.
Yeah.
So if you had 100 Rand or $100 with another investment, you'd only be able to use that $100 to make more money.
Yeah.
But with the Forex industry, and especially certain specific brokers, you could get up to 1 to 100, 1 to 1,000 leverage.
Prince, that's where it gets a bit tricky and people get lost with it. We need to get an understanding, when we're talking about leverage. What exactly we're talking about? My example of leverage is always using a home loan, right? So I have a 10% deposit on
yes.
a 1 million Rand home.
And then you can go to the bank, get
And
the
get
90%.
the rest, the
Yes.
90%.
So
That's what you are saying.
That's basically what I'm saying, is that you've got just the 10%, which is your $100.
The 100, yes.
But because of the broker that you're using or whatever it is, or the Forex industry itself, you have access to 90% or even more.
So I'm borrowing the 90% from the broker.
Yes, from the
essentially.
broker.
Okay.
And then you can monetize that and make profit as if you have the whole $100. I don't know if you...
I get it. But now on a house, Nareen, I've got this tangible thing. It's a house. The bank is giving me 90% based on this asset that we all know is going
Yes.
to appreciate.
Yes.
Now in Forex, the broker is giving me 90% based on what? My speculations.
So I think what you're trying to understand is how to utilize your leverage, or are you basically asking like more along the lines of why would that broker take that
why
risk?
would the broker take?
If you're going to blow that account based on your speculation,
They make
the
that
broker is
money.
making that money. So it's a risk on both ends. And I mean, one part will be beneficial for the brokerage. And I mean, obviously, if you're winning, it's beneficial for you. So it's like a 50-50 thing in
Yeah,
a sense that
definitely.
if you make as a retail trader, you're then making an income. But if you blow your account, if the trade didn't work out
Then
in your
they make
favor,
money.
the brokerage then makes money.
Okay, so
Yeah,
basically,
so that is the reason why they give you that leverage.
yeah. So your broker is essentially going into partnership with you here.
There are a lot of fly-by-night brokers. There are a lot of brokers that monetize and make money from.
Nareen is laughing. She didn't tell us about her fly-by-night.
or brokers that make money in ways that aren't necessarily, I would say, the greatest for the traders themselves. So yes, it's very important to find the right broker when you are getting involved in the Forex industry.
Yeah.
To make sure that there is a 50-50 and a healthy symbiotic relationship when you're making money together, definitely.
Perhaps, Nareen, let me pass it on to you and say, what is a red flag when it comes to a broker?
So I would say the red flag starts with regulation. Another thing is also, I would think, being restricted to the certain instruments. So I find that a lot where some brokerages come into South Africa especially, and they're very limited in their offerings, their instrument offerings versus the rest of the world. I mean, we're actually one of the countries where our regulation is so great that they enable multiple asset classes. So why would a specific brokerage,
But you know, sometimes when you go to a buffet table, for some of us, we need one meat. Because there are 5 types of meat. Now you're eating with your eyes now. That's the problem. Now you're there trading instruments you should not be trading.
But you can't eat chicken every day, I guess.
So yes, you see,
yeah.
diversification is essential.
Yeah,
you know.
definitely.
So those are amongst the red flags. And I mean, another thing would be is matching what you see in terms of your brokerage chart against like your normal charts, like TradingView, for instance. If there's a huge discrepancy, then that means that the broker is manipulating the chart. And once there's manipulation, run away, run away. Like
exaggerated
Yes.
I'm
spreads.
thinking now, how will I even know if the chart is being manipulated? But we're going to get into all of that. I think one of the other things I want to understand is we talk about liquidity being quite an important feature of any trader or investor. Why specifically in Forex is it, a big thing to be liquid?
I think it's important primarily because of manipulation.
Okay.
So when there's a lot of people that are involved in a specific assets, for example, if you look at a cryptocurrency, you just get Elon Musk says one thing, and then the thing goes up or down. Do you understand what I mean? So when you have, for example, in Forex, a country like South Africa trading against the dollar, you know that, okay, you're protected because the price isn't going to be like volatile on a crazy way.
Yeah.
Because liquidity is high. When there's high liquidity, you can speculate the movement of price.
Okay.
When liquidity is low, anything could affect price in a negative or a positive, and it's a drastic
overnight.
move. One news release and price goes haywire.
I understand now. I understand what you were actually saying. Okay, that's quite an interesting one. And maybe let's talk about volatility, Nareen. We hear all the time, Forex is the most volatile market you'll ever trade or ever invest in. What makes it so volatile?
So with regards to the volatility, I mean, it stems back to the fact that we're dealing with currencies.
Yeah.
And currencies goes back to what is happening in the country's economy.
Yes.
So because of that particular economy, there's so many contributing factors. I mean, there's constant like indicators, there's constant economic events that are occurring. For instance, inflation indicators, unemployment rates, housing data. There is so much that actually influences the country's economy, and that is the reason why there is so much of volatility, let alone current events like COVID happening and stock prices plummeting,
Inflation, interest rate hikes.
So there's a lot of things to take into consideration, which actually moves towards the the volatility of the market. But then again, the volatility is what enables that liquidity, because that's the liquidity that we get from the market that we are trading. That also creates the ease of a trader to enter into a trade and exit a trade, because if the volatility is low, it takes a lot longer for the execution to occur.
But let's talk a little bit about going back to the conversation we're having about how much capital do you need to be able to be profitable in Forex?
I don't think it's necessarily about
How
the amount.
much?
Yes. When you, just like if you read any scripture or whatever, if you trusted with small, we can trust you with large.
Yes.
It's useless having $300,000 in your account, but today you're making a lot of money, and tomorrow you're losing a lot of money.
Yeah.
But at least if you have the mindset of saying, okay, let me just be consistent and grow the whatever I have over time, I think you can make whatever you want to make out of the small amount that you have. As I mentioned, using leverage, you can take advantage depending on the type of trader that you are. You can literally make a lot of money.
And I guess let's talk a little bit about that, Nareen. What are the 4 most important types of news that a trader should know that affect the market?
Okay, so interest rates. That is very, very, very important.
Especially if you have a variable rate there by your loans, because it will change. Yeah.
So yes, interest rates. Like I said, inflation indicators.
Yes.
That's also very, very, very important. Personally, I think the unemployment rate that also affects the market quite drastically. So it's
Because how much activity are you going to get if people are unemployed?
So we need to know from this unemployment rate, what does that now mean for the economy? Less disposable income. You need to be cautious of all of these things. GDP, that is essential. I mean, what really is going on in your country? So you need to have these sort of things in place for you to understand the economy, number one, and thereafter execute.
What is the difference there? Maybe let's start. What is an emerging market, and what is the difference when it comes to the space that you guys are in?
So generally, we know stuff like the euro, dollar, a lot more stable. It used to be a lot more stable.
Yeah.
Now, not so much.
All of us are in the same bucket. Right?
A lot has been happening for a long time.
Yeah. We actually even saw, the dollar be greater than the euro for the first time. I mean, that was insane. If you are living in South Africa, we are at an advantage. We know what's going on in our country. So why not utilize on it?
Of course.
To emphasize what you're saying, sticking to major pairs is a major advantage. Volatility can be very tricky when it comes to the emerging pairs.
Yeah.
So definitely stay away from exotic pairs, especially if you're starting in trading.
Stay away from exotic pairs. It sounds like we're having a different conversation altogether. Doesn't sound like we're talking about trading Forex, but we are indeed talking all things of Forex trading. Remember, OctaFX has got that beginner's video course that you can jump onto if you want to find out more about how to trade Forex. It gives you the basic of the basic. It tells you exactly where to start. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we play a game and test Nareen and Prince's financial literacy. Do stay with us. The OctaFX trading app is a smart trading service combining everything a trader needs in an easy-to-use app. And enjoy. By the way, use my promo code Nicolette and double your deposit for more profitable trading. Welcome back to our Q&A sessions brought to you by OctaFX. I am joined by Nareen and Prince, and we've had a very interesting conversation. Right now, we're going to get into our game and find out if Team Forex Traders is financially literate. These are simple concepts. Okay, it's the bank that has just changed their logo.
FNB.
Shot. It is a cryptocurrency that was the first one, famous one.
Bitcoin.
Shot.
Yes.
What do you do when you write down your incomes and your expenses?
Budget.
Yes.
Budget.
Okay, the last one is, what do we call a financial year? What's that word? We say what? End of April is the end of the...
We say financial year.
You guys did not go to private schools. Fiscal. Okay, please. Okay, we're gonna go debt. Okay. When you go to a bank and they give you an interest rate you don't like, what do you call it when you wanna offer something? Counter offer. What is it called? Lobola what?
Negotiation.
Okay, just the word, not the verb.
Negotiation. Negotiation.
No, not the verb. The word.
Negotiate.
Thank you. Okay, what do you pay for your kids? When they go to that place, they go every day.
School fees.
Thank you. Okay, what do you call the people that give you skoloto? What are they called?
What is Skoloto?
This thing.
Debt collector.
Banks.
They're registered with the NCR.
Who? Credit provider.
Yes.
Loan shark.
Loan shark. Now we know where Prince gets his money.
But I mean, he wasn't wrong.
Guys, please. Okay, you guys ready to explain?
3, 2, 1, time. The first of all the money in the paper ones.
Yeah.
What's it
Coins.
called in the Kasi language? What do they call it?
10 rand.
Yes,
Oh,
10.
I don't know those words. Tiger, what?
Where you withdraw money.
Bank, ATM.
Yes. Sol Kesner.
Sun City. So Kesna Sun City, what are you doing? What's this?
Sol Kesner. No money, no problem. Come on.
How's that so Kesna?
Sol Kesner never always had money.
So Kesna had money.
I tried, guys.
But guys, thank you so much. That was a lot of fun, and thank you very much for sharing all of the valuable information that you've shared with us today. And I think anybody that's sitting at home is probably thinking, you know what? I do feel a little bit more comfortable with understanding how Forex works and how Forex trading actually is done.
Lovely.
Thanks for having
Thank
us.
you so much.
Thank you very much for watching our Q&A sessions, and we hope that you found something valuable in today's conversation and you have definitely learned something new. Now, if you have an interest in trading Forex or at least learning about it, Octa FX has got a beginner's course that you can watch, and it will take you from being a novice trader all the way to becoming an expert. It is like a knowledge bank. It's got all the information about trading, it's got information about the markets, it's got information on terminology that you need to be able to understand and use if you are going to be trading Forex. But if you want more information or you are ready to sign up, go on to www.octafx.com and remember that you can use my promo code. It is Nicolette, and that will allow you to double on your deposit for a more profitable trade. But once again, my name is Nicolette Mashile, and I'll see you guys on the next one. For a 100% bonus that doubles your deposit for a more profitable trade, use promo code Nicolette.